Okay, so what I'm about to do is I'm working on a video of my top 50 stands right now. So I thought it would be cool to I I'm bad at ranking things because I don't know how to pick favorites. So what I did was shout out to my friend Ash for sending this to me. It's a ranker software. So well, just a program. But what it does is that you take images of what you want to rank, and it'll randomly put them through permutation and line them up side by side over and over and over again, and you pick which one you want out of the two, and then it compiles the results of which one you picked the most and gives you a set ranking. So I'm going to go through my top 50 stands from all parts of JoJo. So this is going to be a great way to pick which stands I really like the most, because I struggle with that. And of course, there'll be spoilers for all of JoJo here, so. So it's starting now. And the first combination we have is the Hand and Paper Moon King, and I'm going to give it to the Hand. I love that stand so much. On the left we have Dolomite's Blue Hawaii, and on the right we have Scary Monsters with Dr. Ferdinand and Diego. I'm going to give it to Blue Hawaii. It's such a simple stand. I think it's almost stupid how simple it is, but it's something I've always thought would be cool. It's a stand that just infects you to walk forward, and either you die or the thing in front of you breaks, and you just keep trucking forward. And it'll pass on to different people, and you just walk forward towards whatever your target goal is that's set, and it's such a good, like, living zombie stand. Moody Blues versus Scary Monsters. Literally just because of how Moody Blues is used so creatively with like the plane ride and the death mask and stuff, I really like Moody Blues. Schottky number 2 versus King Crimson. Okay, Schottky is just a shitpost. Schottky 2, all it does is, I think it's right, it takes whatever's in your right hand and puts it into your left hand. It's a shitpost. It's all it ever has been. I literally put it on here just for the shitpost. I like King Crimson much more. Blue Hawaii versus the Emperor. I'm actually going to have to say that I'm going to give it to Emperor. It's a really simple stand, but it's probably my favorite, well, one of my favorites in Part 3 and of all of JoJo. I just think the cool little 6-shooter with homing bullets, you can summon whenever you want. It's cool. I like it a lot. King Crimson versus White Snake. I like King Crimson a lot more. I'm probably biased for the anime just because the sound design is cool. But the concept of, like, this is a stand that doesn't even, like, attack rush. It punches once, and you're dead. And we've seen other stands like The World do that to Kakyoin, and Killer Queen do that to Koichi. But just watching him wreak havoc with single punches and basically murder people one punch at a time is so cool. I love King Crimson. I love the musical reference. Tiziano's Talking Head versus Made in Heaven. This might be controversial. I'm actually picking Talking Head. Just because I think Narancia's Clash and Talking Head battle is one of the coolest puzzle battles I've ever seen in any anime. And all the mind games that are played because of it. We only see Made in Heaven for a few chapters. It does not get a lot of time in the limelight. By the time it exists, Part 6 is basically over. So I'm going to give it to Talking Head. Heaven's Door versus Stone Free. They're both really great stands. I'm going to say Stone Free. It's my favorite Joestar stand. I really do enjoy like, it's so cool. Like, stands are a manifestation of your soul. Jolene's soul wears sunglasses. That's incredible. I love the whole Spider-Man powers it's got. It's just really cool to watch. Sex Pistols versus Catch the Rainbow. I'm going to say Blackmore and Catch the Rainbow. Just because I get that it's kind of bad if it's not raining because it can only teleport through raindrops. But it's so cool, like an assassin that's heralded by the rain. Can you imagine being scared every time you go outside and it starts raining? Can you imagine just hearing the pitter-patter of rain and it just starts all of a sudden, and then suddenly someone's right behind you? Literally, if he wasn't an assassin, this would not be on here. But the fact that he is an assassin, and he's heralded by the falling rain, and you know that when you see rain, death is coming, I love Blackmore. Stone Free versus Gold Experience. Like I just said, Stone Free is my favorite Joestar stand, so I'm going to give it to that. What is an Emperor before a King? I have to give it to King Crimson. Moody Blues versus Hierophant Green. I'm going to say Hierophant. And it's weird, Hierophant is a recent favorite of mine, right? I didn't really like it as much during the show, but it's so... It's got so much it can do. And a lot of Part 3 stands are really basic, but like the ability to stretch and being long range and having the emeralds flash at your disposal and just the mines and barriers and this shouldn't even count, but the way they work all of that into how he plays in Eyes of Heaven, it's so cool. I like the Hand more than Whitesnake. Whitesnake's actually one of my least favorite villain stands, but it's definitely my least favorite main villain stand, but it's, or not Whitesnake, Made in Heaven, but it's still good, it's still cool. Whitesnake versus Shot Q2. I'm going to say Whitesnake, because I'll feel terrible if I really give it to the shitpost over Whitesnake. Whitesnake has some of the coolest moments in all of Part 6. The part where he steals Star Platinum from Jotaro, and he's like, I don't even need this. And just tucks it away randomly. It's so cool. I like Whitesnake, and I like all the moments that are set up because of it. Killer Queen versus Scary Monsters. I'm going to say Killer Queen. I love the reference. I love the ability to blow things up. This is actually what got me into JoJo. I'd never seen JoJo before. I had an OC once that like could touch things and it would blow up remotely from a distance. And I based it on the volatile adjective from Scribblenauts. And my friend was like, that's just Killer Queen, right? And I said, what's Killer Queen? And I started watching JoJo. So, I'm a big fan of Killer Queen. I love its a musical reference. I love its power. I love its intimidating design. Bites the Dust is my favorite arc in all of JoJo, and probably all of anime, so, Killer Queen. Star Platinum versus Gold Experience. I'm going to say Star Platinum, just because I love the auras, I love its design, its power. Even though its power is just pure power, I love watching it stop time. I love the sound of Star Platinum Servando. I love the cool, like, knuckle dusters on its fist. It's just a really cool design altogether, and man, there's something just about pure, overwhelming power that always gets me. It's a cool stand. I'm going to say Heaven's Door, actually. They're both really good stands, but Heaven's Door is so versatile and creative that you can do so much with Heaven's Door. And the fact that Rohan is simultaneously one of my favorite and least favorite characters in all of JoJo. I just really enjoy all the times we see Heaven's Door. And it's got a really cute design. Yoshikage Kira versus Yoshihiro Kira. I'm going to say Killer Queen, of course. Adam Heartfather is a unique stand, but Killer Queen. Emperor versus Sugar Mountain Spring. I'm going to say Emperor just because it's really cool. I like the Emperor. Pearl Jam versus Awaking 3 Leaves. I'm going to give it to Awaking 3 Leaves just because its power is so unique. Being able to change the flow of energy in different directions. Like, oh, that's about to fall. Let me just put an up arrow right here so it flies instead. Oh, I'll just put a downwards left arrow right here so it slides back on the table. Oh, I'll put 3 right arrows here so it flies at like 100 miles an hour. It's so creative. Killer Queen versus King Crimson. I gotta give it to the King here, once again. I really love the sound design, the power, the overwhelming presence and intimidation it has, the fact that it talks instead of Diavolo, the fact that it's so meaty and powerful, and it seems so daunting and invincible, more than any other villain stand, I think. It just seems invincible, and it's so cool and menacing to watch it all play out. So here we have a very weird favorite of mine, Jailhouse Lock. And I'm definitely giving it to Jailhouse Lock. Its power is so stupid. It just makes it so you can only remember 3 things at a time, and everything else you forget. And when you learn something new, you forget whatever was next in queue, over and over again. It's a stupid cycle. It's like the funniest fight in JoJo history, in my opinion, just watching them go back and forth like, hey, you're the stand user. You're right in front of me. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of you. Where's the stand user? Who is that right in front of me? I thought I was going to hit someone. Oh, it's probably her, the stand user. I'm gonna go hit her. I'm gonna knock the shit out of her. Who the fuck is that? It's just a weird cycle. It's so funny for like the entire time. It seems a thing that would like get old really quick, but no, it's so funny. It never outstays its welcome. I really enjoy this stand. Sticky Fingers, definitely. I think Sticky Fingers has the coolest design of any stand. It's got the cool armor and helmet, and the spikes, and blue and white color palettes are really cool, and it even hints at its power with all the zippers all over its body. It's a very cohesive and well put together stand design. Sex Pistols, definitely. Oh Lonesome Me is another shitpost stand in my opinion. It's just a rope that I can put my body parts on. It's like a worse Stone Free, but Sex Pistols, the fact that all 6 pistols have their own unique personalities, that they are basically just like Whole Horse 2.0 and reflect their bullets back and forth. The fact that there's just so much use to them, like shooting them inside your own body to stop the fish. Even if it didn't work to stop Beach Boy, the fact that they thought of it and sent a stand inside of his body was really cool. This is a stupid and biased reason, but his team attack with Narancia and Eyes of Heaven, where the Sex Pistols ride on top of Aerosmith and then give it a huge kick to send it flying. It's really cool. Definitely Gold Experience. It's a very versatile stand. It's got so many uses, even if it's probably the physically weakest of all the Joestars. I mean, Herbert Purple is the physically weakest of all the stands, but like, we've seen Stone Free, Tusk, Soft and Wet, Star Platinum, and Crazy Diamond all deliver some pretty crazy beatdowns, and we've seen Gold Experience do that too, but not to the degree as the others. Like, they're rough-ass beatdowns, but it's not nearly as physically strong as the rest of them. Maybe Soft and Wet. But, watching Gold Experience in action, watching how creative you can get with it, and, like, oh, this is cool, I'm just going to transmute life and do alchemic things just because I can. There's so many uses to it. Its design is cool. I don't get the wings on the shoulders, but the rest of it, the design is really cool and cohesive. Love the Prince reference. Gotta give it to Gold Experience. Superfly is definitely on here once again for the shitpost, but I love Magician's Red. I think Magician's Red is one of my favorite stands in Part 3. Even if it's simple and just fire, you can do so many cool things with it, because his fire is sometimes magical and sometimes not. Sometimes it can be put out by water. Sometimes it can literally restrain people without burning them. It's got so many cool, like, This fire is magical, this fire is not. This fire is split into 13 different onks. And I can now, this fire detects life. It's got a weird power set, but it's a cool power set. I like it a lot. And take a shot for every time I say I like it a lot, because man, I really like both of these stands. Aerosmith, I thought was kind of weak design-wise when I first saw it. I really like it a lot. I get that. I like how it has Smith's son inside the cockpit, and the fact that you could. I showed someone this once, and they were like, "Oh, it's a plane," and then I showed them a scene, like, "Oh, it's a toy plane," and the fact that it's just a small little toy plane makes it so much cooler to me for some reason. It seems like the perfect thing for Narachi. It's like a kid's dream come true, but like, also don't underestimate me or I'll beat the shit out of you kind of stand, because, oh, it's small and cute, and now I've got 30 bullet holes in my body. Cream Starter is a stand that can just spray skin on the things, I'll absorb some human flesh and I'll spit it out right here, and it's cool and creative, and has a lot of, like, unique uses, like disguising people, like, here's a portable facial surgery, here's skin to patch up that wound over there, here we go, I'm just going to, like, meld you to the floor with a massive skin, don't move. They're both really cool stands. I'm gonna have to give it to Aerosmith, though. Paper Moon King, I don't even think I touched on what it does earlier. Paper Moon King afflicts people with prosopagnosia when they touch the origami. Now, Tsurugi can make anything origami shaped, like, and it'll move like it's supposed to. Like, if I make an origami bird, it'll fly. If I make an origami frog, it'll hop around. And if you touch it, you have prosopagnosia, which is face blindness. You'll lose the ability to differentiate between people's faces. You'll lose the ability to, like, tell the difference between, like, stores and words. Like, you'll look at a newspaper page and it'll all look like gibberish. You'll look at a storefront and every store will look the same. It just makes so you confuse things with each other. To the upper extreme of, hey, that person in the street you're about to attack is actually a bus, and he just got hit by a bus because he thought it was a person. It's a really cool stand, very unique. Part 8 has some of the most unique stands we've ever seen. Hierophant is definitely a personal favorite, but I'm going to give it to Paper Moon King on this one. And as we keep going, stands that I've touched on before as to, like, what they do and why I like them, I'm just going to pick one and not comment much on it, except unless we get to, like, two that I have a really hard time with. Stone Free over Awakening 3 Leaves. I haven't touched either of these yet. Poco Loco's Hey Ya is, I think, the last shitpost stand on here. It literally just encourages you and gives you nice thoughts and tells you can do it. And it's so good at its job that Poco Loco won the Steel Ball Run. So, you know, it can't be that bad. And Enigma, if it recognizes that you're afraid and you show a tell of something you do when you're scared, like biting your lip or like closing your eyes, it'll trap you in a piece of paper. Both pretty unique stands. I'm going to give it to, I think it's the only time a shitpost stand's just going to straight up win. I'm going to give it to Poco Loco just because, what a shitpost. And I love the design, and I love the reference. It's just a nice guy. Magician's Red versus The World. It's absolutely The World. I think The World has one of the coolest and most cohesive designs in JoJo while still maintaining its simplicity. Like, Part 3 stands had very simple designs for the most part, but The World, one, it's based off the concept of the album art for Holy Diver by James Ronnie Dio. Two, it's got scuba gear, and some motifs that are references to other James Ronnie Dio stuff, because Holy Diver, and it's got other references, like I said, but, like, more importantly, not only is it the scuba gear for the Holy Diver, but 3, for Dio, because he's been trapped at the bottom of the ocean for 100 years, and he's clawed his way back out. He is our Holy Diver. I love Just like King Crimson, I love its imposing power, where you can just punch through people without a second thought. The ability to stop time. I love Mystery so much, and uh, I believe Caleb IA talked about this once, where Part 3 introduced the concept of the mystery into the stand battle, and the world is probably the biggest mystery of any JoJo stand. We go through the entirety of Part 3 wondering what the world does, how is he moving Polnareff downstairs, why isn't Dio in the coffin, how do you get behind Whole Horse without breaking the spider webs. There's so many hints to what the world does, all throughout JoJo, and that's so cool. And then its ability to stop time when it's finally revealed, it's so powerful and imposing, and I don't think anyone could have beaten them if they couldn't have stopped time. Like, without the ability to stop time, there's no chance of defeating Dio, and it just led to one of the coolest fights in JoJo history. I'm going to say Hierophant Green over Heaven's Door, just because I love what it does. Purple Haze is also up there with, it's definitely the winner. It's also up there with, the world with having a very cohesive design. Where, it's got the cool knight, like, mentality, it's got the helmet that knights have and the shoulder pads, but also that weird, it looks kind of like a condor, but it's also got its mouth stitched shut. It's covered with stitches. It's foaming at the mouth. It's horrible. And I love that, because it's a manifestation of Fugo's anger. Because our stands are a manifestation of our soul, and Fugo, despite being a 152 IQ genius, it doesn't care about that. We know what the core of his soul is. It's his anger. And he hates that. He often says he doesn't bring his stand out because it could hurt other people, but I really think the reason is just he's ashamed of it, because he knows that his soul is rooted in anger rather than his intelligence and level-headedness. And he wants to change that. The fact that its power is a corrosive, flesh-eating virus that hurts friend, foe, and even itself, it's so cool, because that's thematically appropriate, because that's what toxic anger is. You'll lash out at your friends and your foes alike. It'll even eat you up from the inside. It's horrible, and it's a perfect manifestation of raw, toxic anger. Blackmore here with Catch the Rainbow. Gonna give it to Killer Queen over Moody Blues. Highway Star is definitely top 3 favorite stand designs for me. The ability to break itself up into like the little running feet, and just the way it looks, the purple design, the zipper on its chin, the way it just turns into chunks and runs. I love Highway Star. I love its ability to steal nutrients. I love how fast it runs. It's a really cool stand. It'd beat most stands out, but I think I'm gonna give it Sticky Fingers in this one. Catch the Rainbow, Killer Queen. Geb, it's a stand made entirely of water. It's a hand with razor sharp claws. It just slashes people. It's a very simple stand, but just the stand user elevates it so much, because Endul is so cool, being blind with his cane and using sound to figure out where they are and slash them, and even when he has that cool standoff moment where I can't find Jotaro, where is he? And Jotaro's standing right behind him, and they have that cool like Western standoff kind of thing. Love that. I haven't even talked about D4C yet. It's a stand that lets you go between universes and timelines. It's a lot of explanation. If you're watching this, you probably know what D4C is already, but D4C over Enigma. Killer Queen. The World. Harvest is a stand that harvests things. It's about 500 bodies, and they just go and collect things, whatever you want. And Pearl Jam is a stand that, it embeds itself in food, and it heals your ailments and tastes really good while doing it. I'm going to give it to Harvest, because we see a lot of creative uses of Harvest, like using their noses as syringes, using them to pick up leaves and like turn into a bush to hide the user. Very cool and creative. Judgment, I'm gonna give it to Justice rather. The whole reanimating corpses thing and the untouchable fog-like stand, it's very cool. Love the Night of the Living Dead inspiration. I love Enya. I really enjoy watching the stand do its thing. And the hand over Killer Queen. Soft and Wet can steal properties from things. I'll give it to Soft and Wet on this one. Pearl Jam. Gold Experience. Chocolate Disco is a very unique stand that lays down a battleship map. And you can throw things on this little dual disc on the user's arm, and they'll appear on the map at the correct coordinates. Like, oh, I'm gonna shoot a bullet into C5, and the bullets will appear on C5 on the actual grid. And it's a really cool like area control stand. I'm gonna give it to Chocolate Disco. Paper Moon King, Chocolate Disco, Justice. Diver Down is a stand. It's a stand. Like it's Diver Down can phase through things and go inside of things. Yeah. But it's so cool to say, like, I was watching a Caleb IA video again, and he's like, man, Diver Down is so cool to say, like, Diver Down. And it's a Van Halen reference, so I'm going to give it a Diver Down. Plus, I really like Honestly as a stand user. Star Platinum over Catch the Rainbow. Talking Head forces you to tell lies. We already went over that. These are both location-based stands. Superfly, the user can't leave unless someone else leaves, otherwise they'll turn to metal and become part of the tower, and the tower reflects damage back at the source. Meanwhile, Sugar Mountain gives you something you've lost and says, is this what you lost? This normal item? Or this golden version of it? And you answer honestly, and you get both. And you get a lot of money, and you have to spend or trade it all by the end of the day, or you'll become part of its mass. It's a very creative stand where it's not even a fight, it's just, wow, we really fucked ourselves over here. We gotta unfuck ourselves right now. I'm gonna give it to Sugar Mountain. Talking Head over Superfly. Star Platinum over Talking Head. Emperor over Catch the Rainbow. Justice over Superfly. Moody Blues over Geb. Aerosmith over Diver Down. Blue Hawaii over Diver Down. Talking Head over Lonesome Me. Sugar Mountain over Catch the Rainbow. The World over Star Platinum, sorry. Even though they're both very similar stands, it's all about, like, the design. Soft and Wet is actually oddly similar to, it could be oddly similar to Heaven's Door, because both of them have been like, hey, I'm taking away your eyesight. Hey, I'm taking away the sound of your heartbeat, or something. Rohan's got a lot of cool uses of it, but so does Josuke. I'm gonna say Heaven's Door here. Red Hot Chili Pepper, I just love its sound design. I love the way it crackles in the atmosphere. I love watching it absorb. Most of our enemies, besides main villains, aren't punching ghosts. Red Hot Chili Pepper not only is a punching ghost with other utility and powers, it's got such meaty punches and the ability to just destroy people. I love watching it. So I'm going to say Red Hot Chili Pepper. Purple Haze. Killer Queen. Hierophant Green. Sticky Fingers. Chili Pepper. Lucy Steele's Ticket to Ride. It's a stand that lets her cut people with her tears, and people who she's cut are afflicted by Ticket to Ride, where anything untoward that would happen to Lucy doesn't happen because of a chain of events. It's just super good luck. Like, ooh, I'm gonna try to shoot you, but I'm gonna slip on this bottle on the ground, I'm gonna shoot myself instead. And it just protects you with like overwhelming good luck to cancel out anything bad that can happen to you. It's like a better Dragon's Dream. Echoes, I love how it's inspired by Cell. I love its cool design. I love its powers, even like the sound of your words, the meaning of your words, the weight of your words for each act. I love the song Echoes by Pink Floyd. Very cool. It's going to be longer than I thought it would. Made in Heaven. White Snake. Ticket to Ride. Hierophant Green. Purple Haze. Crazy Diamond. It's a stand that restores things to a previous condition by healing people. It can reform things. It can reconstruct things. Definitely a bigger fan of Crazy Diamond. Awaking 3 Leaves. T4C. Notorious B.I.G. I love the Life After Death reference. I love the musical reference. I really enjoy the fight and the awakening of Trisha's stand. It's actually really cute in a way. I like B.I.G. Sex Pistols. Waking 3 Leaves. B.I.G. Echoes. The World. Jailhouse Lock. D4C. Purple Haze. White Snake. Ticket to Ride. Awaken 3 Leaves. King Crimson. Superfly. D4C. Hierophant, actually. I just like Hierophant's fights better, and I think there's a lot more creative ways to use it. Sticky Fingers, King Crimson, The Hand, Soft and Wet, King Crimson, The Hand, Soft and Wet, The World, Harvest, Ticket to Ride, Scary Monsters, Stone Free, Moody Blues, Echoes, The World, Magician's Red, Crazy Diamond, Paper Moon King, although they're both similar deception stands, Josuke 4 versus Josuke 8, Josuke 4, Made in Heaven. Between these two main villains, I'm going to have to say D4C. I enjoy the stand a lot. And I love the way it fights. Killer Queen, part 4 is my favorite part of JoJo. I love Kira so much. He's my favorite villain. But for villain stand, I really enjoy D4C and the way it fights by like, oop, I'm over here. No, I'm over there. I've got a gun. Also, let me disintegrate you. Stone Free, Paper Moon King, King Crimson, Crazy Diamond, B.I.G., King Crimson, Awaken 3 Leaves, Ticket to Ride, King Crimson, The World, Purple Haze, Paper Moon King, Star Platinum, Sugar Mountain Spring, Awaken 3 Leaves. Did we just do that? Chili Pepper, Oh Lonesome Me, Sticky Fingers, Purple Haze, Enigma, Sticky Fingers. Yeah, that's hard. Hierophant Green is definitely my favorite stand in Part 3. Well, the World is. The World, Hierophant Green, and Emperor are my favorites, followed very closely by Hermit Purple. I'm gonna say Echoes. It's got so much more potential. Gold Experience, The Hand, Star Platinum, Killer Queen, Dolomite and Blue Hawaii, Awaken 3 Leaves, Sex Pistols, Gold Experience, Harvest, Killer Queen, Scary Monsters, The Hand, Harvest, Ticket to Ride, Star Platinum, Gold Experience, Sticky Fingers, Hierophant Green, Emperor, Justice, Chocolate Disco, fuck, Echoes? Echoes. They're both very versatile. I love versatility more than anything else, but Echoes. I like the musical reference better. Talking Head. Harvest. I think it's much more creative. In a lot of ways, D4C only works because it's Funny Valentine. Ticket to Ride. So, sorry, Jorno, it's Sticky Fingers. D4C. Highway Go-Go. Talking Head. D4C. Awakening 3 Leaves. Stone Free. Sticky Fingers. Justice. Sugar Mountain Spring. Gold Experience. Harvest. Ticket to Ride. The World. Highway Star. Highway Star. Star Platinum. Stone Free. Oh, that's tough. Paper Moon King. King Crimson. Purple Haze. Highway Star. Highway Star. Harvest. Sex Pistols. Paper Moon King. They're both two of the most versatile stands in all of JoJo. Two of the coolest stands, two of the best musical references. Their sound design is both really good, but I enjoy the sound design much more for Koichi weighing people down and of the onomatopoeias than I do for Gold Experience bringing things to life. So they're tied to mostly everything, but I'm going to give the edge to Echoes. D4C. I really enjoy the fact that it references the album by B.I.G., Life After Death. I really enjoy that it's the only stand they've never killed. It's just there. They had to run away. I love like everything surrounding it. So I'm gonna give it to B.I.G. Two of the best villain stands in all of JoJo. The first two main villain stands to exist. I'm gonna say The World. Highway Star. Sticky Fingers. The second two main villain stands do it. No, I forgot Part 5 even existed. That's fine. King Crimson skipped it. It's D4C. The hand, Pearl Jam, the world, Emperor, Highway Star. Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to say King Crimson. Just because I love its... the anime is probably giving it an edge, because I've watched the anime and I've read the manga, but watching it live is so much cooler. Talking Head, Ticket to Ride, Sticky Fingers, Stone Free, King Crimson, Purple Haze. Both very cool stands. I'm going to say Echoes. Definitely Blue Hawaii here. And Gold Experience. Highway Go-Go, Soft and Wet. Please take under an hour. Catch the Rainbow. I know there's 50 of these, but still. Heaven's Door, Paper Moon King, Harvest, Hierophant, Sticky Fingers, Paper Moon King, Harvest, Star Platinum, Scary Monsters. Although I will say the fight with, speaking of Hot Pants and Scary Monsters, them teaming up was the coolest fight in all of Part 7. I don't care what anyone says. Paper Moon King, D4C, Harvest, Sticky Fingers, The World, Purple Haze, King Crimson, Purple Haze, The Hand, Star Platinum, Gold Experience. The Hand. Really enjoy its sound design, just a bit more. I love its power. I love playing with Marvel and you having a Space Stone and acting like I have the hand. I love its design a lot. It's a really cool and creative stand. Like the little squeezy orbs on its hands and the webs all over and the dollar signs. It's decked out. I love the hand. Just because I think it's one of my favorite fights in the series, I'm going to say Jailhouse Lock, Waking Three Leaves, Red Hot Chili Pepper, Soft and Wet, Echoes, Highway Star, Superfly, Jailhouse Lock. They're in the same pose here, basically. Ticket to Ride, Crazy Diamond, Killer Queen, The World, Moody Blues, Geb, Made in Heaven, Gold Experience, Stone Free, King Crimson. I'm going to say Highway Star because I really enjoy its fight and I really enjoy its motif and I really enjoy its design and color, but I love all that about Echoes too. But Echoes is probably more versatile and it's got a really cool sound design with it. But he, like, little plap 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 when Highway Star starts, everybody gangsters with the feet start plapping, my guy. I'm gonna say Echoes, but it's very close. The Hand, King Crimson, just for how imposing and beautiful it is. Not in this picture, but in general. Crazy Diamond, Magician's Red, Sticky Fingers, Pearl Jam, Whole Horse because you always keep that fang on him. I like Harvest a little more. Actually, I'm gonna give it the shot key too. Even if it's the biggest shitpost in all of JoJo, they use it creatively. Like, hey, these handcuffs are now in my right hand instead of my left hand. Or, hey, I'm gonna hold this fire hydrant. I'm gonna bust open this fire hydrant, put my right hand on it, and spray water from my left hand. They use it creatively. The Hand, Hierophant, Lock, the Hand, Sex Pistols, Gold Experience, Crazy Diamond, Scary Monsters, Ticket to Ride, The World is they're both really good villain stands, but The World is just so rad. The World again. These are both really cool and creative stands that I love a lot. Soft and Wet, it's very versatile. I can steal the friction from the ground. I can steal the eyesight from. I can put all these things. I can steal these literal projectiles and put them in the bubbles. I can steal the heat from this snail, from these beetle while I'm doing beetle racing. We had like 8 full chapters in part 8 about beetle racing. It's soft and wet, but it's close. So close I'm gonna get to Echoes actually, because the musical reference is better. And we can also do so many cool creative things with Echoes Act. Literally, Echoes Act 2 is the only thing keeping it up here. Act 1 and 3 are both good, but Act 2 is so incredible. The fact that I can literally write da-da-da-da-da-da on the ground and magical fists will come up and beat the shit out of people, I've got to give it to Act 2. Highway Go-Go-Go. Ah! Sticky Fingers. B.I.G., Purple Haze, Awaken 3 Leaves. I swear I've done all these combinations already. Please make it stop. Magician. If we get to an hour, I'm stopping it manually. A Magician's Red. No. Heaven's Door. Blue Hawaii. The Hand. Sugar Mountain. Stone Free. Heaven's Door. Soft and Wet. Killer Queen, even though it's part of it. Sugar Mountain Spring. Killer Queen. Why did I laugh these? The reason I'm like, is because they're hard. I'm so frazzled by doing it for 48 minutes, I've forgotten all the stand names. Paper Moon King. Stone Free. Soft and Wet. Oh, Lonesome Me. Crazy Diamond. Justice. Awaken 3 Leaves. Star Platinum. Catch the Rainbow. Y'all are the same fucking stand. I'm gonna say Whole Horse and the Emperor. Because I love Sex Pistols, but I love Emperor so much more just because I love it, how simple it is. Both great stands. Gotta give it to Stone Free because she wears stun glasses and throws baseballs. She always keeps that fang on her. With the glasses. Battleship, Chocolate Disco. It's got a cool name origin where the lead singer of the group Disco came up to a Rocky department store, I think it was, and she was like, "Hey, you're Rocky." And he's like, "Hey, thanks, I appreciate. Hey, you sing in disco." And she's like, you use a lot of Western music. It'd be really cool if you'd use some Eastern ones and maybe pick one of our songs. And he's like, haha, I think I will actually. And she's like, oh, I was kidding. And he's like, no, no, I really want to. And that's where this came out. And I think that's how the story goes. Enigma. Hierophant Green. Moody Blues, actually. The World. D4C. The World. Crazy Diamond. Highway Star. Sugar Mountain Spring. Blue Hawaii. Soft and Wet. Sex Pistols. Both really good. I'm going to say Jailhouse Lock. Highway Go 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 Go, Star Platinum. Stone Free, The World, King Crimson, Star Platinum, Ticket to Ride, Highway Star, Crazy Diamond, The World. They're both really good. I love Ticket to Ride. I can't put in... Ticket to Ride is, like, in my top 5 favorite JoJo arcs of all time, probably. I'm going to say Purple Haze, though, just because I love its design. And, man, the sound design of the stand with, like, as it's punching, it sounds so disgusting, and I love it. That's what it's supposed to do. The way it roars, it has the condor look and the design. It's lit. It's Highway Star, Aerosmith, The Hand, The World, Harvest, Biggie, Jailhouse Rock, D4C, Ticket to Ride, Soft and Wet. These are, oh, come on. Probably Sticky Fingers, but barely. Soft and Wet. Blue Hawaii. Excuse me, Harvest. Highway Star. Gold Experience. The Hand. Cream Starter. Gold Experience. That Fang on them. Emperor. Aerosmith. Hierophant Green. Honestly, I actually liked Adam Heartfather a little more than Made in Heaven. I just think it's a really cool and creative stand. I've also taken another shot every time I say cool and creative. Sex Pistols, Chocolate Disco, Sticky Fingers, Ticket to Ride, Chocolate Disco, Star Platinum, Highway Star, Heaven's Door, Chili Pepper, The Hand, which is, oh, I didn't even talk about how tough that was. Oh, God, I just went through it. I was going to pick The Hand anyway, but Sticky Fingers, its power, its design, it's so cool. I love blue and white. But the Echoes' power is just a little cooler to me. Both great stands thematically and really cool and unique. I'm going to give it to King Crimson. Sticky Fingers. Crazy Diamond. Sorry, Splat. Jailhouse Rock. Heaven's Door. The World. Sorry, Jolene. Scary Monsters. Jailhouse Lock. Very tough again, but The Hand. It's because in the power department, The Hand hits harder, and The power, what's it called? Uh, Highway Star's power is a little on the weak side. Not like power, but it's, although also it's physical power, yes, but I just think it's kind of lame, power-wise, and compared to the hand. Scurry monsters, soft and wet. Shot key 2. Always keep that fang on them. The fire hydrant. These are two main Joestar stands. I'm going to say soft and wet. It's cooler. Wed Wat Willy Wepper. King Crimson. Lock. Harvest. Holy shit, please end. Sugar Mountain Spring. Heaven's Door. Crazy Diamond. Justice. Yeah, these are both really cool. Catch the Rainbow. Echoes. Scary Monsters. Literally, Dr. Ferdinand, I could not give two shits. He didn't use it properly. Dio used it properly by turning himself into a dinosaur and being so kick-ass. Sex Pistols. Hierophant Green. Keep that fang on them. The respect women juice. Remember, Boingo, Whole Horse respects women. He has girlfriends all over the world. Hurry up. Why is this still happening? It's been 56.5 minutes. Justice. Lock. Sticky Fingers. King Crimson. They're both really cool stands. They're both purple. That one's Purple Haze. That's deep purple. For thematic purposes, I have to get... Well, no. For thematic purposes, Highway Star is cool too, because it runs the speed of a motorcycle. It's because it's a Highway Star. And Fungami Yuya is a Highway Star. He's got Speed King tattooed on him, which is another Deep Purple song that fits into it. He's a leader of a motorcycle gang. And so he's got he's injured. So his stand heals his injuries while also keeping up his motorcycle street cred. I've got to give it to Highway Go-Go, the Hand. Even though I love Echoes, the Hand is one of my favorite stand in Part 4. Harvest, Crazy Diamond, Biggie Balls, Stone Free. Both of these are very tough. Bucciolati has my favorite stand in Part 5, design-wise. Although I really love the design of Purple Haze, and again, for thematic purposes, I really enjoy stands and representation of your soul and how thematic they are. I've got to give it to Purple Haze, even though I love Crazy Diamond. Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers would probably win favorite-wise. Between these two, I like Sticky Fingers more. But if I found a point system to everything I like about a stand, I'm sure that this would rank high. I'm sure Purple Haze would rank higher. So this is tough. I'm going to have to give it to... but the... Arrivederci. Oh, that's pretty lit. These are very trivial reasons. I'm going to say Sticky Fingers. I'm sorry, Fugo. Scary Monsters. Jailhouse Rock. Echoes. Sugar Mountain Spring. Stone Free. King Crimson. Gold Experience. King Crimson. The World. These are my two favorite villain stands in all of JoJo. And they do kind of similar things, very different things that are kind of similar in effect. They serve the same purpose, but do different things. They all serve the same purpose of, I don't know what just happened, but I'm dead now. I blinked, and there's a hole in my stomach. Whether I erase time or I stop time, I stop. I'm alive, and 1 second later, I'm dead. Uh, the world, they both do so much, but I'm gonna have to give it to the world, just because mystery is a huge part of these, and, like, when it comes to the mystery of the stand, happy 1 hour! When it comes to the mystery of the stand, the world's mystery is power is a mystery until the last 3 episodes of the 48-part part 3. Heck, we start the fight with Dio, and we don't even know what his stand does. We don't even see Dio's face until the 4th to last episode. This man goes all out, and we've been wondering the mystery this whole time of what is Dio's stand. Here we're wondering the mystery of who is King Crimson's user, and that's just not as interesting as what does King Crimson do. Because they couldn't do that again, because it would just seem like the world. So because the world's arc, I think is better than King Crimson, I'm going to say the world. And again, I love the simplicity of its design, while still having so many cool motifs in it. Disco, Hand, Crimson, Stone Free, the Hand, Highway Star, the World, Paper Moon King, Stone Free, King Crimson, Starlight, no, Talking Head, Moody Blues. We haven't even gotten the Herbert Purple, and it's on this. What's happening? Crazy Diamond, Blackmore, Catch the Rainbow, Ticket to Ride, Star Platinum, Superfly, Sex Pistols, Lonesome Me, actually, just because it's got some cool utility when we see it. But it can also just, everything Oh Lonesome Me does could be accomplished by a normal rope. Like, here, take my hand, it's at the end of this rope. Or, I can throw down a rope, and you can just climb it up. It's such a shitpost, I can't help loving it. I guess if you want like a boxing glove on a fist, you could take your hand off, putting it at the end of the rope, and just like, pew, 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 knock the shit out of people. Heaven's Door, Talking Head, Gold Experience, Aerosmith, Hierophant Green, The World, Red Hot Chili Pepper, Ticket to Ride, Soft and Wet, Purple Haze, Sex Pistols, The Hand, Notorious B.I.G., Highway Star. Does it just keep looping? I'm stopping here. Convert, use full range. Okay. Alright. So, according to this, my favorite stand is The World, which is tied with, King Crimson. Followed by, The Hand. This is weird. Am I still even recording? I'm gonna stop this recording. And, here are the results right top. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, 36. 3 of the stands we didn't even get to yet.